time? What time in the front? What time did you want for getting in? Chưa báo rồi, just okay. On I just worry about it. That's all. Yeah.
Hello to the Vietnamese American recognition. Hello to the Vietnamese American Recognition Luncheon. I am Carol Alvarado, Texas State Senator for District 6.
I'm a state senator from Houston, Texas, and I want to take a moment to congratulate the honorees.
As a lifelong Houstonian, I'm proud to congratulate such an amazing group of young Houstonians.
This is Congresswoman Lizzie Fletcher, and I am so proud to represent Texas' 7th Congressional District.
Hello, Houston VCSA. I'm your Congressman Al Green, and thank you for allowing me to serve you in the Congress of the United States of America.
Hello, I'm Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. I'm so excited to be part of Vietnamese Culture and Science Association's 25th Annual Vietnamese American Youth Recognition Luncheon.
Good afternoon, I'm Sugar Land Mayor Joe Zimmerman.
Congratulations from Alvin ISD.
Good evening, I'm Eric Williams, Superintendent of the Clear Creek Independent School District.
Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Roosevelt Nivens. I proudly serve as a superintendent for the Lamar Consolidated Independent School District.
Hi, this is Martha Salazar Zamora, the proud superintendent of the Tomball Independent School District.
Xin chào, my name is Dr. Jenny McGowan, and I'm proud to serve as the superintendent of the Klein Independent School District. I'm honored to share a few moments today with you, the remarkable valedictorians and salutatorians of this year's Vietnamese American Youth Excellence Recognition Ceremony.
Valedictorians and salutatorians, you're in a class by yourself.
So, as you're recognized, realize that the best is yet to come. You've accomplished so much in a short period of time.
I look forward to seeing you excel in this next chapter of your lives. I know that you will all go on to better your communities and the lives of those around you.
Each one of you has worked tirelessly for this remarkable achievement, graduating at the top of your class, making your families and our entire community proud.
I'm very proud of the Vietnamese American community in Houston, Texas. We have the second largest community in the country.
A community that is so engaged in so many aspects of our life. And now to honor these young people who have excelled, to encourage them, to continue to encourage them to be on a pathway of success.
And we wish them, Nancy and I wish them well in all their future plans in whatever college they choose to attend.
We know that your hard work, dedication, and perseverance have paid off in the long run. You will go on to do great things.
Class of 2020, you have experienced many difficulties as a result of COVID, but you are remarkable graduates who have faced these difficulties with grace and resilience that will serve you well throughout your lives.
We know that you worked very hard for this accomplishment, and we look forward to hearing about your many future success stories.
I also want to thank the Vietnamese Culture and Science Association for recognizing and celebrating all of our Houston area students for their outstanding accomplishments as well.
We want to express appreciation to the Vietnamese Cultural and Science Association for all the support you provide our students.
Best wishes and good luck. We know you're going on to great success.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would kindly ask everyone to take a seat. Culture and Science Association in Houston, Texas, we would like to extend our warmest welcome to all of you who are joining us here today and tuning in live across the nation on VieTV Network 57.11, Facebook, and YouTube to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Vietnamese American Youth Excellence Recognition Program.
Kính thưa quý vị quan khách, trước hết, thay mặt cho Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam, chúng con xin chân thành cảm tạ quý vị đã dành thời gian quý báu hôm nay để tham dự buổi lễ này và toàn thể các quý vị đang theo dõi trực tiếp qua đài truyền hình VieTV 57.11, qua mạng Facebook và kênh YouTube để cùng chung vui với các em học sinh ưu tú gốc Việt nhân dịp kỷ niệm 25 năm Ngày truyền thống Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Vẽ Vang Dân Việt năm 2021.
My name is Newton Huynh, 2019 VVDV honoree attending Rice University, and beside me is Trung Huynh, also a 2019 VVDV honoree attending Harvard University, and we are honored to be your MCs for today.
Con tên là Nguyễn Lập Trường, là sinh viên năm 2 tại trường đại học Harvard, cùng với bạn Huỳnh Newton là sinh viên năm 2 tại trường đại học Rice. Chúng em là học sinh xuất sắc được hội tuyên dương vào 2 năm trước và trở lại. Chúng con rất hân hạnh để làm nhiệm vụ dẫn chương trình hôm nay với tư cách là MC chính.
Ladies and gentlemen, please kindly keep your phones silenced throughout the program. Finally, in order to maintain the health and safety of all guests here today, we ask that you please keep your mask on when not actively eating or drinking. Thank you in advance.
Kính thưa quý vị, xin quý vị vui lòng tắt điện thoại trong suốt chương trình. Và để bảo vệ sức khỏe cho tất cả mọi người hôm nay, xin quý vị vui lòng đeo khẩu trang khi không ăn uống. Chúng em xin chân thành cảm ơn.
Now, over the next few hours, we hope you will enjoy our meaningful ceremony, the entertainment, and of course, the delicious food, as we celebrate the achievements of these Vietnamese youth. Now, please rise for the national anthems of the United States of America and the Republic of Vietnam, followed by a moment of silence.
Và sau đây, xin kính mời quý vị cùng đứng lên để làm nghi thức khai mạc. Nghi lễ chào quốc kỳ Hoa Kỳ bắt đầu.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad striped and bright star through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we want was so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattling, the bombers still in gay proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does the Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Nghi lễ chào quốc kỳ Hoa Kỳ chấm dứt. Nghi lễ chào quốc kỳ Việt Nam Cộng Hòa bắt đầu.
Mẹ công ơi, đứng lên đất đời sông núi, đồng lòng cùng đi hiến sức tiết gì thăng xóm, vì tôi phải quyết tâm cùng sống và khói thân, làm sao cho núi sông từ đây luôn vững
Nghi lễ chào quốc kỳ Việt Nam Cộng Hòa chấm dứt.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence in remembrance of those who sacrificed their lives for democracy and for all who died on their journey in search of freedom.
Tiếp theo đây là một phút mặc niệm để tưởng nhớ các anh linh chiến sĩ đã hy sinh vì sự nghiệp đấu tranh giữ nước và dựng nước, để tưởng nhớ các anh hùng đã hy sinh vì tự do dân chủ cho Việt Nam và để tưởng nhớ các đồng bào đã bỏ mình trên biển cả trên con đường tìm tự do. Phút mặc niệm xin được phép bắt đầu. Phút mặc niệm chấm dứt. Xin mời quý vị an tọa.
Thank you. You may now be seated. For the past 2 months, our volunteers have been working diligently in preparation for today's event. We were past honorees and have the pleasure of returning to volunteer for this year's ceremony. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, VCSA is unable to hold a full capacity ceremony, but that did not stop us. Instead, we still found a way to honor these high-achieving students through a hybrid event for our 25th anniversary.
Trong 2 tháng qua, các bạn thiện nguyện viên chúng con đã sắp xếp đầy đủ tất cả để có thể cống hiến cho quý vị một chương trình thật ý nghĩa như ngày hôm nay. Chúng con được Hội Văn hóa Khoa học tuyên dương 2 năm trước và trở lại để đóng góp cho chương trình năm nay. Vì bệnh dịch Covid-19, Hội không thể tổ chức buổi lễ hàng năm với đông đủ quý vị trong khán phòng. Nhưng rất may, Hội Văn hóa Khoa học có thể thực hiện chương trình năm nay với lượng người giới hạn nhưng vẫn đầy đủ và thật ấm áp. Nếu có gì thiếu sót, mong quý vị thông cảm và bỏ qua cho chúng con.
And now, it is with greatest pleasure to introduce our current VCSA president, Miss Teresa Truyền, who will deliver the opening remarks.
Và sau đây, chúng con xin trân trọng kính mời Hội trưởng Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam, chị Trịnh Tố Trinh Teresa sẽ có vài lời chào mừng quý vị quan khách.
Hello, everyone. My name is Teresa Truyền, and I'm president of the Vietnamese Culture and Science Association. It really is an honor to be able to stand in front of all of you today. This time last year, our Youth Excellence Recognition Program was only available as a virtual program online. This year, with strict adherence to COVID safety protocol, we're able to have a hybrid program where we recognize our honorees, their families, and a few dignitaries in person and host our many guests via live stream through the services of channel VieTV. We would like to sincerely thank VieTV for sponsoring and providing the live streaming services today. As we celebrate our 25th Youth Excellence Recognition Luncheon, we could not help but reflect on the tremendous growth of this program. What started in 1997 as a program honoring a little over a dozen valedictorians and salutatorians and their families has now become a program where the number of honorees has averaged over 30 each year. We are so very proud to see our past honorees continue on to have successful careers and continue to give back to the community. In fact, today's program is led and run entirely by past honorees. A few of our most recent keynote speakers are past honorees, including this year's keynote speaker, Dr. Xuân Phan. And this year's scholarships are also provided by past honorees. This tells of the commitment by our honorees of giving back. VCSA is so very thankful to them all. This year, VCSA will celebrate our 30th anniversary of formation. We would not have been able to reach this milestone if not for the tremendous contributions from our many sponsors, supporters, and friends. We are eternally grateful and hope to continue this relationship for many years to come. We would like to thank you for being with us today, and we hope you enjoy our program. Kính thưa quý vị quan khách, thật là niềm vinh dự cho tôi khi được đứng trước mặt quý vị hôm nay. Vào ngày này năm ngoái, chương trình Ngày Truyền thống của Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam nhằm vinh danh các em thủ khoa và á khoa trong vùng Houston và vùng phụ cận, được tổ chức qua chương trình trực tuyến. Năm nay, theo chỉ dẫn của Trung tâm Kiểm soát Dịch bệnh, chúng tôi có thể đón tiếp các em, gia đình các em và một số quan khách tại nhà hàng Kim Sơn hôm nay, cũng như qua chương trình trực tuyến do Đài VieTV thực hiện. Chúng tôi xin chân thành cảm ơn Đài VieTV đã bảo trợ chương trình trực tuyến hôm nay. Năm nay, trong lúc Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam tổ chức Ngày Truyền thống Văn hóa lần thứ 25, chúng tôi nhìn lại sự thành công lớn mạnh của chương trình này. 25 năm trước, chương trình bắt đầu vào năm 1997. Khi đó, chỉ có hơn chục em ra trường đỗ thủ khoa và á khoa. Trong 25 năm qua, hàng năm chúng tôi có trên 30 em. Chúng tôi, Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam, rất hãnh diện về các em đã được vinh danh trong quá khứ. Các em này đã thành công về mặt học vấn. Có những em đã trở thành bác sĩ, nha sĩ, luật sư, giáo sư, nhưng các em vẫn không quên trở lại phục vụ cộng đồng. Như hôm nay, chính các em được vinh danh trong những năm trước đã đứng ra tổ chức chương trình này. Trong những năm qua, một số em đã trở lại làm diễn giả chính, như bác sĩ Xuyên Phan đã trở lại làm diễn viên chính hôm nay. Không những thế, một số các em đã đứng ra cấp học bổng cho các em ra trường năm nay. Điều này cho thấy các em đã đóng góp lại cộng đồng rất nhiều và Hội Văn hóa Khoa học rất cảm ơn các em. Năm nay, Hội Văn hóa Khoa học sẽ kỷ niệm 30 năm thành lập hội. Chúng tôi không thể đạt được những bước tiến đến ngày hôm nay nếu không có sự đóng góp của những vị mạnh thường quân, những ân nhân đã hỗ trợ tinh thần và vật chất, hay những bạn hữu đã khuyến khích và nâng đỡ chúng tôi. Chúng tôi luôn biết ơn quý vị và mong rằng sự liên kết này sẽ mãi mãi trong những năm kế tiếp. Xin chân thành cảm ơn quý vị đã đến với chúng tôi và mong quý vị thưởng thức chương trình quý báu hôm nay. Xin cảm ơn.
And now, we have the honor of introducing the two co-chairs of this year's program, Tuan Don and Caitlin Nguyen. Tuan Don was an honoree from the VVDV class of 2020 and is a rising sophomore at the University of Texas at Austin, majoring in finance. Caitlin Nguyen was also an honoree from the VVDV class of 2020 and is a rising sophomore at the University of Texas at Austin, majoring in biochemistry.
Kính thưa quý vị, tiếp theo đây là phần chào mừng của hai bạn đồng trưởng ban tổ chức Ngày Truyền thống Hội Văn hóa Khoa học năm 2021, em Đoàn Thuận và em Nguyễn Caitlin. Bạn Đoàn Thuận là học sinh xuất sắc, được tuyên dương vào năm ngoái 2020 và là sinh viên năm thứ hai tại trường đại học University of Texas tại Austin, học về ngành kinh doanh. Còn bạn Nguyễn Caitlin cũng được tuyên dương vào năm ngoái và là sinh viên năm thứ hai tại trường đại học University of Texas tại Austin, học về ngành hóa sinh. Hai bạn trở lại năm nay để đóng góp cho chương trình. Xin quý vị cho một tràng pháo tay thật lớn để chào mừng hai bạn Đoàn Thuận và Nguyễn Caitlin.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Vietnamese Culture and Science Association's 25th Annual Youth Excellence Recognition Luncheon.
Kính chào quý vị quan khách. Chúng con xin kính chào quý vị đến với buổi lễ Ngày Truyền thống Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam lần thứ 25.
My name is Caitlin Wang.
And I am Thuận Đoàn.
And as past honorees of this program, we are honored to be standing before you today. This event recognizes the outstanding academic achievements of local Vietnamese American high school graduates who are valedictorians or salutatorians of their respective schools. As the coordinators of this year's event, we are proud to announce that we have 48 Houston area valedictorians and salutatorians for the class of 2021, with 18 of those honorees being present today.
Hàng năm, chương trình này tuyên dương những thành tựu học tập xuất sắc của các bạn học sinh tốt nghiệp thủ khoa hoặc á khoa từ các trường trung học ở Houston và các vùng phụ cận. Hôm nay, chúng con rất hãnh diện được vinh danh 18 trong 48 em thủ khoa và á khoa của năm học 2021.
We would first like to thank all of our advisors, sponsors, and volunteers who have helped make this event possible. We are so grateful for the support, mentorship, and inspiration you have given us. We would also like to thank the family, friends, and community members who are here today. The impact of your presence is overwhelming. We hope you will continue to encourage and promote academic excellence among our community.
Trước hết, chúng con xin cảm ơn các vị mạnh thường quân và các bạn thiện nguyện viên, những người đã giúp đỡ chúng con rất nhiều trong việc tổ chức chương trình ngày hôm nay. Không có họ, buổi lễ này không thể thành công được. Ngoài ra, chúng con còn muốn cảm ơn các gia đình, bạn bè và tất cả quý vị đã có mặt ngày hôm nay để ủng hộ cho các em học sinh ưu tú và khuyến khích cho tinh thần hiếu học của người Việt ở Hoa Kỳ.
To our honorees, congratulations. This luncheon is for you. We are here to celebrate the success you have had and who you will become. Good luck on your future endeavors.
Each and every single one of you shows tremendous potential. We know that you will continue to share your gifts and intelligence when you venture off to college as part of the next generation of the Vietnamese American leaders.
As some of you may know, this year marks VBGV's 25th anniversary. And through the past 25 years, we have had 42 amazing co-chairs who have stepped up to carry on this beautiful tradition. And we are forever grateful for their dedication and leadership. At this time, we would like to call on our past co-chairs to be recognized. Please come on stage when your name is called. Please hold your applause until the end. The full list of co-chairs is available in the program book.
Hàng năm, kỷ niệm 25 năm thành lập chương trình Ngày Truyền thống Hội Văn hóa Khoa học, Vẽ vang dân Việt, và trong suốt 25 năm qua, chương trình được 42 bạn làm đồng trưởng ban tổ chức. Hầu hết là các học sinh xuất sắc được hội tuyên dương qua chương trình này. Sau đây, chúng em xin kính mời quý cô chú, anh chị em đã làm đồng trưởng ban tổ chức lên sân khấu để chụp hình lưu niệm. Xin quý vị cho một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho các đồng trưởng ban tổ chức của chúng ta.
Mr. Nam Luong, Chair of 1997 and our first chair.
Mr. Hồng Lê, Chair of 1998.
Dr. Nguyễn Ngọc An, Co-Chair 2005, Honoree 2003, and one of our scholarship donors.
Dr. Xuyên Phan, Co-Chair 2006 and 2007, Honoree 2004, and this year's keynote speaker.
Ms. Jenny Lei, Co-Chair 2011.
Ms. Christina Vu, Co-Chair 2012, Honoree 2011.
Ms. Tina Au, Co-Chair 2013.
Mr. Peter Vu, Co-Chair 2014.
Ms. Nhi Vu, Co-Chair 2016.
Ms. Ann La, Co-Chair 2017.
Ms. Alyssa Wing, Co-Chair 2017, Honoree 2016.
Ms. Xuân Trăng, Co-Chair 2018, Honoree 2017.
Ms. Vivian Wing, Co-Chair 2020, Honoree 2019. Please give a round of applause to recognize all of our previous chairs.
It is an honor to be a part of this amazing group of people.
Thank you, and we hope you enjoy the program.
Thank you, Tuan and Caitlin. These two have spent a tremendous amount of time and energy into preparing this event for you guys today. So please give another huge round of applause for our two co-chairs.
Hai bạn này đã bỏ ra rất là nhiều công sức và thời gian để chuẩn bị cho chương trình ngày hôm nay. Xin cảm ơn sự hợp tác của hai bạn.
For our audience at home, you are currently watching our broadcast of the 25th Annual Youth Excellence Recognition Luncheon, VHKH Live on VieTV 57.11 and also through YouTube and Facebook.
Quý vị đang theo dõi chương trình Ngày Truyền thống Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Vẻ Vang Dân Việt năm thứ 25 đang được chiếu trực tiếp trên đài truyền hình VieTV 57.11 và qua mạng Facebook và kênh YouTube.
Today, we have the greatest honor of welcoming many distinguished guests, and we would like to take a moment to recognize you all. Please hold all applause until the end.
Và tiếp theo đây, chúng con xin hân hạnh chào mừng quý vị khách mời tham dự buổi lễ ngày hôm nay.
Mr. J. Guerrero, on behalf of U.S. Senator John Cornyn.
Mr. J.J. Clemens, on behalf of U.S. Congressman Michael McCaul.
Mrs. Anna McElroy, on behalf of U.S. Congresswoman Lizzie Fletcher.
U.S. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee.
City of Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner.
Texas State Representative Valerie Swanson.
Mr. Richard Cantu, Harris County Department of Education Board Trustee at Large, Position 3. Also, Dr. Rodney Watson, Superintendent of Spring ISD.
Mrs. Maria Trejo, Director of Curriculum and Instruction Special Population of Sci-Fair ISD.
Mrs. Cassandra Crouch, Secondary ESL Coordinator of Sci-Fair ISD.
Mrs. Terry Moore, Assistant Superintendent of Galera Park ISD.
Mrs. Maggie Wiley, Associate Principal of Jersey Village High School in Sci-Fair ISD.
Mr. Donald Lum, Coordinator High School Program of Dulles High School in Fort Bend ISD.
Dr. Antonio Morales from Cypress Christian School.
Mr. Daryl Yarbrough from St. Thomas High School.
Mrs. Rosa Carini from Pasadena ISD.
Mrs. Natalie Penn from Galena Park ISD.
Mrs. Judith Dano from Klein ISD.
Sergeant Dong Nguyen, Houston Police Department.
Assistant Chief Bang Tien, Houston Police Department.
Officer Dong Va, Houston Police Department.
Mrs. Alice Lee, Executive Director of Southwest Greater Sharpstown Management District.
Mrs. Annie Trin, Director of Services of Southwest Greater Sharpstown Management District.
We are also honored to welcome other representatives of other community organizations. Please give a round of applause for all of our distinguished guests. And now, we would like to welcome Dr. An Lan Nguyen to the stage to acknowledge our sponsors. She is the past co-chairwoman of the Board of Directors of VCSA.
Và sau đây chúng con xin trân trọng kính mời tiến sĩ Nguyễn Phúc Anh Lan, cựu Chủ tịch Hội đồng Chỉ đạo Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam sẽ có vài lời cảm tạ quý vị mạnh thường quân đã giúp đỡ cho chương trình ngày hôm nay.
Xin trân trọng cảm tạ tất cả quý vị. Sự hiện diện quý vị là một niềm vinh dự vô cùng lớn lao cho Hội Văn hóa Khoa học. Chúng tôi xin phép được dùng Anh ngữ để nói chuyện với tất cả mọi người. Vâng. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a tremendous honor to see all of you here to celebrate 25th anniversary of this wonderful program. I still remember vividly 1997. It seemed like yesterday when we recognized 13 students. And fast forward, it has been 25 years. It's just amazing to see how the generations of future of our communities get together, and the program is totally youth-led. As you can see, all of them came back and served. And without the support of everyone, especially our sponsor, this program won't be successful. So with that, I would like to recognize and appreciate the underwriters. And one of the organizations, the company that actually has been working with us in the past, more than past 15 years, that is Shell Oil Company. I would like to ask Mr. Binley, the Integration Program Manager from Shell Corporation, please come forward so that we can present the Appreciation Award. A round of applause for Shell Oil Company. And Ms. Jenny Lay is Executive Board member to present. Would you want to say a few words?
On behalf of Shell Oil Company and the Shell Asian Pacific Employee Network, congratulations to all honorees. We are very proud of your achievement and wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. And please remember, when you look for internship and full-time employment, we, Shell Oil Company, welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bingley and Shell Oil Company. Another organization that has been instrumental for us to implement this year, unfortunately they're not here, but we would like to recognize the Houston Art Alliance. Houston Art Alliance give us a cultural grant, and based on which we would be able to deliver some cultural performance for today's program. So please, a round of applause for Houston Arts Alliance. Another sponsor that has been with us since day one, which is the owner of this beautiful venues, which is Kim Sun Restaurant. We know that Mr. and Mrs. Chila is not here, but please give a round of applause for Kim Sun Restaurant. The benefactors for our program today is Asian American Bar Foundation, and of course, VieTV. VieTV not just sending the crew here, but they also live stream. So all of you are broadcasted around the country through VieTV network. So a round of applause for VieTV. And we also have another corporation that has been with us in the last 15 years. And they always have not just the funding, but also the volunteers. That is Texas Instrument. Unfortunately, we don't have a representative, but please give a round of applause for Texas Instrument. And next, I would like to recognize another sponsor who is also a VCSA member. And he has been with us. He's from Dallas, but he always support either an ad page or a support in terms of sponsorship or scholarship. I would like to call upon Mr. Michael Dow, CPA. Please come forward. And Ms. Jenny Lay will represent the executive board to present the plaque, appreciation plaque to Mr. Michael Dow. And we have so many others like Dr. Hồ Ngọc Trâm and Bang Lang IPA, Huy Phạm Scholarship, and Dr. Ngọc Anh Nguyễn, and Mr. Scott Porn Scholarship, and Dr. Robert Quang Lê. And we also have a Facebook fundraiser that run by our Julie Nguyen, a fundraising coordinator, and we raised nearly $3,000 from Facebook. So please give a round of applause for everyone who support the event today. And last but not least, I would like to acknowledge all the teachers, all the school administrators, and all the parents who are present today. Without you, without your contribution, we don't have an event today. So please, a round of applause for all of these educators in the room and all the parents. Thank you so much. I hope that you will enjoy the program.
Another round of applause for Go An Land, everyone. As you can see, from all of our sponsors and guests here today, it truly takes a village to raise a child. And we have been very grateful to have the continuous support from you guys, our community.
Như quý vị đã thấy, nhờ có quý vị mạnh thường quân luôn tiếp tục ủng hộ cho chương trình này trong suốt 25 năm qua, hội mới có thể có một bữa tiệc được như ngày hôm nay. Hội xin chân thành cảm tạ sự hiện diện vô cùng quý báu của tất cả các quý vị quan khách.
And now, we would like to share with you today a video highlighting 25 years of the VVDV Youth Excellence Recognition Program.
Năm nay thật sự đặc biệt khi đánh dấu 25 năm thành lập chương trình Ngày Truyền thống Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Vẻ vang dân Việt. Chúng con xin kính mời quý vị thưởng thức video ngắn sau đây tóm lược lại chương trình của chúng ta trong suốt chặng đường 25 năm.
The 25th anniversary of our Youth Excellence Recognition Luncheon, which we call in a simple Việt phrase, Vẻ vang dân Việt. In the past 25 years, we have honored more than 750 Vietnamese American students who graduated as valedictorians or salutatorians of their respective high schools. Starting in 1997 with 13 honorees, we wanted to celebrate the values of culture, education, and excellence through this program. And it has become the most wonderful tradition every year for Vietnamese youths and volunteers to get together to celebrate culture, excellence, education, and volunteerism.
VCSA is very pleased to announce a few scholarships that we offer through our program today. The first scholarship, sponsored by VCSA, the Tony Toang Nguyen Scholarship Foundation, and the Vera Jung Scholarship, is awarded to all the honorees in attendance today.
Our late Vera Tran, class of 2000, who passed away, has been honored with a scholarship in her name, established by Vi Phạm and Dan Phạm, class of 2000. We want to celebrate the following impacts and achievement of this program. Volunteerism and leadership. Every year, a group of at least 20 to 25 past honorees and young volunteers gather to deliver this program. In the past 5 years, honorees of the current class came back and served as the co-chairs of the following class. Some past honorees even came back and volunteered to serve as the camp master of the Youth Leadership Camp Lên Duong. Hundreds of these honorees graduated from college, achieved great success, and came back to serve our community.
My wish for you is to find that perfect career, a career that pays the bills, fulfills you personally, and contributes to society. And remember, meet people, don't be invisible, and explore. Know that the possibilities for you today are endless. You can go to the moon, or Mars, or infinity and beyond. Thank you.
Feature 4 keynote speakers who were passed on with Dr. Harry Dow, Dr. An Nguyen, Miss Cindy Ding, and this year, Dr. Xuyen Pham.
Volunteering for VVDV has impacted me because of the trust that I was given right off the bat. The trust that they gave me, the responsibilities they gave me at a really young age, taught me a lot about myself, I was uncomfortable at first, but I learned skills so fast, and I grew so much as a person through my volunteer with VieTV.
The rose ceremony created by the honoree truly showcased the beautiful love between parents and children, which is the highlight of our program. Congratulations, VieTV communities, for a wonderful 25th milestone.
I would like to send my most sincere appreciation to VCSA for the many opportunities that they've provided for us volunteers to enhance our personal development. And personally, I want to thank VCSA for allowing me the chance to create and maintain many beautiful relationships over the years.
Through volunteering with VCSA and through the Vietnamese community itself, I have come to see that the older generation still cares. The older generation still cares that we are Vietnamese, and even though we are Americans as well, we still need to be able to keep the culture alive, and this is just one way to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about that video? Another round of applause celebrating the 25th anniversary of VVDV. Again, ladies and gentlemen, in order to maintain the health and safety of all guests and families here today, we ask that you please keep your mask on while not actively eating or drinking. Thank you.
Kính thưa quý vị, để bảo vệ sức khỏe cho tất cả mọi người hôm nay, một lần nữa chúng con xin phép nhắc nhở quý vị vui lòng đeo khẩu trang khi không ăn uống. Chúng con xin chân thành cảm ơn.
At this time, we have the greatest honor to introduce our special keynote speaker for today, Dr. Xuyen Phan. She attended the University of Texas at Austin, where she majored in biochemistry. After graduating in 2008, she focused her efforts on teaching 8th grade science in Manor ISD. After her years of teaching, Dr. Phan continued her education at the Texas A&M Health Science Center, where she received her doctorate degree. She's now currently completing her residency at the Conroe Family Medicine Residency, where she is pursuing the underserved medicine track. Not only has she found success in the pursuit of her own career goals, but she also played a tremendous role in giving back to her own community, like volunteering with us, VCSA. She began her involvement with VCSA as a VVDV honoree in 2004, then served as chair in 2005 and 2006, and later as a program manager for over 8 years. At least this year, she gets a break. She has also volunteered her time through other VCSA programs, such as the annual Youth Tobacco Obesity Prevention Summit and the annual Youth Leadership Development Camp Lendung. VCSA is absolutely honored to have one of its own alumni as our keynote speaker for our 25th anniversary this year.
Kính thưa quý vị quan khách, diễn giả danh dự năm nay là bác sĩ Vang Xuyen. Bác sĩ Xuyen là học sinh xuất sắc được tuyên dương vào năm 2004 và sau đó cô trở về để giúp đỡ cho chương trình này trong nhiều năm. Bác sĩ Xuyen theo học tại trường đại học Texas tại Austin, nơi cô tốt nghiệp ngành hóa sinh. Sau khi tốt nghiệp, cô dạy môn khoa học lớp 8 tại Manor ISD một thời gian. Sau nhiều năm giảng dạy, cô quay trở lại ghế nhà trường để tiếp tục việc học. Cô ra trường y khoa tại Texas A&M năm 2018. Hiện tại, bác sĩ Xuyen đang hoàn tất chương trình thực tập nội trú tại bệnh viện Conroe Family Medicine Residency. Trong những năm cô giảng dạy và đi học, cô luôn dành ra thời gian để làm việc thiện nguyện qua các sinh hoạt của Hội Văn hóa Khoa học. Cô được hội tuyên dương là học sinh xuất sắc tốt nghiệp thủ khoa trung học và sau đó cô trở lại để làm đồng trưởng ban tổ chức cho 2 năm 2005 và 2006. Và hàng năm cô luôn trở về để giúp đỡ cho các chương trình trong suốt 8 năm qua. Ngoài ra, cô còn tham gia tích cực vào các chương trình khác do hội tổ chức như chương trình picnic hè cho trẻ em sống lành mạnh, không hút thuốc và không béo phì, cùng với lại trại huấn luyện kỹ năng lãnh đạo lên đường. Phải nói, cô là một tấm gương sáng cho tinh thần phục vụ. Hội Văn hóa Khoa học rất vinh dự khi được mời bác sĩ Xuyen làm diễn giả năm nay. Xin quý vị cho một tràng pháo tay thật lớn để chào mừng bác sĩ Vang Xuyen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give the biggest round of applause to welcome our keynote speaker today, Dr. Xuyen Phan.
Kính chào quý vị. Trước tiên, Tôi xin chúc mừng Ngày Vẻ vang nhân Việt do Hội Văn hóa Khoa học tổ chức lần thứ 25. Tôi xin cảm ơn hội cho phép lên đây đã nói chuyện cho quý vị và các em. Xin chúc mừng mấy em và gia đình có kết quả tốt đẹp. Sau đây, tôi xin phép nói chuyện với các em bằng Anh ngữ. I have a very strong Huế accent, I apologize. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, generous patrons, loyal supporters, proud family, and friends. Thank you for being here today in support of VCSA's 25th Youth Excellence Recognition Program. I have had the honor of being a part of this program for many years, and I've seen it evolve and grow, continuing to improve each year. I understand the amount of work and planning to make today possible. At this time, I'd like to give my warmest gratitude to the leadership team and all of the volunteers for your efforts to provide us with a ceremony today. I hope that for the recipients and the honorees, that today's program will be as memorable for you as it has always been for me. When I was asked to deliver the keynote address, I wanted to be true to Vang Vic's legacy of passing on knowledge so that those that come behind us can move forward farther. In this program, there are many stories of success in its program's rich tradition. I don't know if it's pride or Vietnamese people have this expression, mắc mạc, the fear of losing face, that we don't share too much about the struggles and challenges behind those successes. Thus, I'd like to share an experience with you that I struggled immensely with as a young adult, a lesson that I wish I was prepared for when I was 18. As I skimmed through the biographies of this year's honorees, I'm in awe of their accomplishments. They far supersede anything that I had accomplished when I was sitting in their chair. And honestly, that seemed like a lifetime ago. However, I do see one glaring similarity between your words and mine. Incredible plans and ambitions about your life, all mapped out. I'll admit to you, I'm extremely type A. When I was sitting in your seat, I had the next 15 years of my life planned out. I would be a double major by 22, and I would be a practicing interventional cardiologist by 32. Easy peasy. That was always my trajectory in life, and that was always what I was supposed to do. I was set on that course up until about 3 months before graduating from the University of Texas. And I was close to starting medical school. I'd already been accepted. And I faced this identity crisis. I was overwhelmed with this doubt and this unsettling feeling in my gut. Are you sure this is what you want to do? Do you really want to be a doctor? Are you doing this for yourself? Or are you doing this for mom? Are you doing this for dad? Are you doing this because this is what is expected of you? Inside, I was torn, stuck between the proverbial rock and hard place. On one hand, I'd worked so hard to be where I was. To be blunt with everyone here, I'm pretty average. I am in no way gifted with intelligence. What I have always lacked in natural ability, I've compensated for with pure effort. And because of that, all of my life, I've had to work so much harder than my peers just to be on the same level playing field as them. And thus, I had to sacrifice more. I missed out on countless opportunities and experiences that you should have when you're young. And now I had gotten to that point and I was questioning what I wanted to do. What was all of that going to be for? What was all that sacrifice for if I was going to say no to medical school? What was I going to tell my family? On the other hand, I was cognizant enough to recognize the incredible pressure and stress that I unnecessarily had put on myself at such a young age. To be honest with you, I hid it, I think, well, but I was incredibly sad, lonely, didn't really know my place in life. I felt very unprepared for life, and I was very anxious. I was not confident in who I was at all. I was weak, consumed by the thoughts of who I thought I should be, that I never invested the time to figure out who I actually was. In my attempt to find myself, Robert Frost's words came back to me. And hopefully I'm not dating myself too much, and that they're still teaching you guys the road not taken in school. But for those who don't know, his words end in 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. These words resonated with me, and for the first time in my life, I decided that I would take the road that I never intended to travel by, and hoped and prayed that it would make a difference. I made the unexpected decision to not go to medical school, a path that I had anchored myself to since I was a young teenager. Instead, I chose to take a chance on myself and chase a passion that I had suppressed for most of my adult life, because at the time it didn't seem to align with my life goals. And as fate would have it, with my winning personality, I ended up finding a successful career in education. Every once in a while, I'm asked if I ever regret those years that I took off because it had set me back on my life plan. It's natural for us as people to have a timeline. I need to accomplish this by this age. I need to accomplish this, then this. What's next? And for me, I guess in terms of my life plan, it had taken me back a couple of years. But I never considered my time as a teacher as a compromise of any sort. For me, at that time, it was a major risk. It went against everything that I had prepared my life for. It went against everything that I was financially and academically prepared for. Thankfully, because of that decision, I was lucky enough to finally find a place where I felt like I belonged. I had found a job that I loved and a career that I actually wanted to wake up to and go to. And as a result of all that positive energy, I started to admire the person that I was finally becoming. It was during this period that I truly formed my ND as the Swin that some of you know now. Someone who is confident enough to stand alone. Someone who marches to her own beat. Someone who no longer worries too much about what others may say about her. Someone who is prepared to handle the unexpected obstacles that life continues to throw. That decision for me to take the road less traveled was one that saved me from myself, saved me from succumbing to my own fears, saved me from being disabled by my own insecurities, and saved me from being discouraged from my own self-doubts. Eventually, my path in life reconnected to the road of medicine, but that time around, it was on my terms, I had chosen that path for myself because I was ready and was finally doing it for the right reasons. The growth that I had gained along my detour made me become a better person, a better daughter, a better sister, a better aunt, and a better friend. And I'm definitely a better doctor than I ever would have been had I stayed on my original path. These days, I'm called Dr. Fan. I was told in the last 6 months, doctor is derived from the Latin word doco. Doco means to teach. And thus, I feel like I have come full circle on my path because now I have the best of both worlds. Hindsight is 20/20, crystal clear. And when I was 18, sitting in your chair, I wish I understood what a work-focused, work-centered society we live in. Instead of working so that we can live, many adults make the mistake and that we live to work. So much that we recognize being exhausted. So much that we recognize being burnt out. So much that we recognize having a crazy busy schedule as a status symbol. One that belongs to people who are elite. A status symbol that belongs to people who are wealthy. A status symbol that belongs to people who are successful. People that we admire to be. This is amplified in our Vietnamese American culture. We are very direct, no-nonsense, goal-oriented people. It's the way we were raised. It's the way my parents raised me. This strong and resolute mentality is the primary reason that we have such successful, impactful Vietnamese American leaders in all aspects of society. I have no doubts that this year's honorees will accomplish and exceed all of your goals and can continue to contribute to that legacy. I caution you, though, to not make the mistake that I did, to be in such a rush to get there before you're really ready. I would like to be the voice to let our young people here know that it's okay if you don't know exactly what you want to do with your life right now. And it's more than okay if you change your mind. Because of the successes that you have had in your life, so much is expected of you. And I'm sorry for that. But there's a lot of expectation of you. And I think maybe sometimes too much. I remember that burden. I remember that weight on my shoulders. That sense of duty, that sense of obligation to do well for our family, for all the people that raised us. That fear that if I failed, I would let those people down. That's an immense amount of pressure when you're 18. After all, you still are only 18. 18 is a time for you to be allowed to explore, be bold, and do interesting things. It should be a time where you should make mistakes so that you can learn from them. It should be a time for you to grow your core, discover the passions that make you who you are. You are only beginning your journey to find yourself. Who you think you should be may not necessarily be the person you want to be in 5, 10, 15 years from now. You don't have to have it all figured out. No one expects that of you, despite what you may think. Don't rush. Take your time, and things will fall into place. Trust me, you will have the rest of your adult life to be exhausted. In life, you will be your worst critic. Remember to be kind and patient with yourself. You owe it to no one but yourself to find what fulfills you. You owe it to no one but yourself to find a path that is true to you and worthy of your efforts, talents, and skills. Don't get me wrong. I am not encouraging that you gamble and abandon your dreams and aspirations for when challenges present themselves. I merely ask that you trust your intuition. Keep an open mind for when that opportunity presents itself for you to be standing in a road that diverges into two paths. And if you do decide to take the road less traveled, I hope that for you, as it's done for me, makes all the difference in your life. Thank you and congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give another big round of applause for our keynote speaker, Dr. Xuan Fan. And now, it is with the greatest honor to introduce the mayor of the city of Houston himself, Mr. Sylvester Turner, who will deliver the proclamation from the city and give a few remarks to our honorees today.
Và sau đây là một niềm vinh dự lớn cho buổi lễ ngày hôm nay. Chúng con xin trân trọng kính mời thị trưởng thành phố Houston, ông Sylvester Turner, lên trao bản tuyên ngôn từ thành phố và có vài lời chúc mừng đến với các em học sinh hôm nay.
Let me start off by saying good morning to everyone, and it is an honor to be with you again. The last time I was here, I think was in 2018, and so it's a privilege to be with you this morning. I do want to acknowledge Dr. Vang. That address was simply outstanding, and so please give it up to your keynote speaker again. She said she didn't want to date herself by referring to Robert Frost taking the road less traveled. But let me tell you, I remember that piece so very, very well. And so what an outstanding address. And I am glad that I was able to be here to hear it this morning. And I know it was an inspiration to so many of the students. Look, I wanted to be here because, number one, this is the 25th anniversary the Vietnamese Culture and Science Association, and a number of students have been recognized over the years, with this being the 25th. And in this year, I am told, I think that there are 48 students who graduated either valedictorian or salutatorian, either number one or number two in their class. And I certainly wanted to be here to acknowledge all of them. I know that not all of them are here today. But for those who are here, I wanted to come and congratulate you myself in person and to say to you just how proud I am. It was only a few years ago that I graduated from high school. Just a few years ago. And I graduated from Klein High School. I know that there are, I think, a couple here who graduated from Klein Forest. I graduated from Klein High, and at that time, and there were 3 students that we battled it out during high school in terms who would graduate first or second in their class. 3 students. When I came through Klein High School, and I'm a product of Acres Home on the north side, I come out of a large family, a family of 9. And neither one of my brothers, neither one of my parents graduated from high school. My dad went as high as the 10th grade. My mom went as high as the 11th. My dad died early of cancer. It was my mom who was a maid at the Rice Hotel downtown for many, many years and invested in all of her kids. And what she said to her kids is that education will be the key. Education will be the key. Work very, very hard. Give it your best shot. And so when I got to Klein High School, there were 3 students who were battling it out to be valedictorian over those 4 years. When all was said and done, number one, I remember the sacrifices of my mom and my dad, who had not graduated from high school, and my mom, who had reared 9 kids, literally all by herself after my dad died of cancer. And every time I thought about kind of pulling back, I reflected on my mom, who was working as a maid. And over those 4 years, we worked and worked and worked and worked and gave it my best shot. And at the end, when I graduated, I was fortunate, God bless me, to graduate valedictorian from Klein High School. So I was very, very fortunate. And I did it recognizing that, and I can relate, Dr. Fong, to what you said. There was a lot of pressure, because I felt like I was carrying the load for so many others. But in the end, you end up doing those things for yourself. End up graduating from Klein High School, went to University of Houston. I know that there's some that's going to University of Houston. I want to acknowledge everybody that's going to all of the other schools, A&M and Rice and Princeton and Swarthmore, all of those, and they are fine schools. They are outstanding schools. But University of Houston, I mean, that's who I'm carrying the banner for this morning. So graduated from University of Houston, did well at the University of Houston. And then I was going to University of Texas Law School. I was going. My roommate, I decided I was going to go to the University of Texas Law School. I knew I wanted to be a lawyer. And then there were 2 professors from University of Houston who took me to lunch and said, Sylvester, we hear that you got admitted to Harvard Law School. I said, yes. And they said, we heard that you turned them down. You are not going. I said, no, I'm from Texas and I'm going to University of Texas. And I've never been on the campus of Harvard. Quite frankly, at that point, I had never traveled outside of the state of Texas. And so I said to them, I'm familiar with University of Texas. I've never been on the campus of Harvard. So I'm going to University of Texas. Those 2 professors from University of Houston said, look, why don't you go to the library and research and recognize that you haven't been to Harvard, but go and research. So I did my research and discovered, in terms of law school, it was the #1 law school in the country. So I changed my mind. And so I called them and said, look, is it too late for me to come? They said, no, it's not too late. This was in April, which is real late. They said, no, but we don't have any more scholarships for you. We don't have a dorm, a room for you, but you can still come. And so my mom, this maid who had reared 9 kids, packed everything that I had in a Foot Locker, gave me a one-way ticket. My brothers and sisters took me to the airport and said, we wish you well. And sight unseen, I went to Boston, went to Harvard, and I roomed with someone, a couple that I knew from University of Houston. I roomed with them in their apartment for 2 weeks, and their cats. They put me on the sofa in the living room and put the cats out there. And then morning of the night, the cats would rip and run all across my head. I had to get the heck out of there. But nonetheless, stayed the course, graduated from Harvard. And 3 years later, when it came time to graduate, you can imagine the one person that I wanted to be at that graduation, the one person happened to have been my mom. And my mom, who had never flown in her life, decided to board a plane to come see her son graduate, because it was that mom, that maid, who signed the loan papers that enabled me to go to Harvard Law School. From that, I am now here as the mayor of the city of Houston, one of 9 kids from 2 parents that didn't graduate from high school, that maid who signed the papers as the mayor of the 4th largest city in the United States of America. I say that to say to you, No one knows what's in your future. Give it your best, run your best race, and I promise you, at the end of the day, just be happy, but do all that you can do to fulfill your life. I come here as a mayor of the city of Houston because we have the second largest Vietnamese population in the entire country right here in the city of Houston. I come here this morning because on August the 12th will be the International Youth Day. And I come here this morning because of the Vietnamese Culture and Science Association. They have highlighted some of the best and the brightest. And I would take you, these students, those who are here and those who are not here, graduating, valedictorian and salutatorian. I come here to say, as your mayor, I could not be more proud of any students graduating any place. So when you go to Princeton, when you go to Harvard, when you go to Rice, when you go to University of Houston, when you go to Swarthmore, when you go to A&M, and all of those other institutions, just recognize you are carrying Houston right there with you. So therefore I, Sylvester Turner, Mayor of the City of Houston, hereby proudly proclaim this day, August 8th, 2021, as Vietnamese Culture and Science Association Day, saluting valedictorians and salutatorians in the city of Houston. Congratulations, and I wish you the very, very, very best. Now, please tell everybody, I did have my mask on. Don't tell them, don't be sending me anything on social media. I tell them, I just took the mask off to give the speech. And so take this picture with my mask on so I... But enjoy your life. That's the main thing. You can be smart, and you can graduate valedictorian and salutatorian, and you can still be very happy. Be proud of your achievements.
Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for Mayor Sylvester Turner. And now, it is with great honor to introduce Ms. Sheila Jackson Lee to also give a proclamation as well as a few remarks to the honorees.
Và sau đây cũng là một niềm vinh dự lớn cho buổi lễ hôm nay. Chúng con xin trân trọng kính mời nữ dân biểu liên bang cô Sheila Jackson Lee sẽ có vài lời phát biểu đến với các em học sinh hôm nay và cũng sẽ trao một bản tuyên ngôn.
Well, hello to everyone that is a great and outstanding Vietnamese American. I am excited to be here. Give yourselves a very big hand. Thank you, Mayor, so very much for getting us on the right path and welcoming these outstanding graduates to their rightful place in this great city. I am Sheila Jackson Lee. I am a member of the United States Congress, and I've served in the United States Congress for over 2 decades, a member of the Homeland Security Committee, senior member of the Judiciary Committee, chairwoman of the Crime Subcommittee, and a member of the Budget Committee. We're in the midst of working, and many of you who are here being salutatorians and being valedictorians, you're keeping an eye on Washington, D.C., so you know that we're in the middle of trying to pour money into infrastructure. We're trying to put a budget together. And what I would say to you as I come to you for the Vietnamese Culture and Science Association for its 26th annual event, this is a quarter of a century a quarter of a century of leadership honoring salutatorians and valedictorians. And the reason why I came today is to be able to honor you as America's todays and America's tomorrows, and say to you that the nation is waiting for your great leadership. I am privileged to be a member of Congress who've traveled to Vietnam, to parts that were known as the North and parts that were formerly known as the South, to visit the remnants of the Vietnam War, to speak with the Vietnamese people, to talk to them about the increased friendship and the need for democracy. And when I see each and every one of you that have stories of your families having come to the United States or your grandparents, I know that you appreciate and will be strong fighters for democracy in the United States of America and democracy around the world. You know it well. And I will look forward to the leadership of young people being able to teach us in the areas of science and math to make a difference in America. So I wanted to come today to challenge you on that story. And I love the mayor mentioning a whole litany of schools. Well, I tell you where you should be headed to right now. My alma mater, Yale University. They are waiting for you right now. I knew I would get an applause somewhere along the line about Yale University because there are probably some alums in this room. But let me acknowledge, as I see representatives of Senator Cornyn's office, I think, and Jay, it's good to see you. Mayor, good to see you. And good to see the leadership of this great organization as well that are here. I just simply want to leave you with this. I want to leave you with this. Our nation is no greater than those of you who are being honored in this room. I want you to understand that the world watches what America does. There is no doubt that there was a little bit of upsetness on January 6th. We might have been fine in the aftermath, but as someone who believes in international relationships, I was more concerned about what the world saw in America, because America is a beacon of light and a beacon of hope. You represent that. They can't even believe that we are so many different people and we can get along, or that we can have a democracy. So it is a great challenge that even if you choose something completely away from public service, I ask you to be an active part of Americans' democratic ideals to show the world. Would you promise me that? Would you all take the challenge of being a tree shaker and someone who is going to be sure to fight for our democracy? I'm not going to let you get away with it. I'm going to have you to raise your hands. Who's going to raise their hands for me to see who are wearing these beautiful regalia that they're going to be part of American democracy? Let me see you raise your hands. If you're here being honored, let me see you raise your hand. Okay, my friend in the red, you got to get that hand up. Like, there you go. There you go. I know that America is safe. To the parents, thank you for raising these outstanding students. To the teachers, thank you for raising these students by way of your teaching. And the schools, thank you all so very much. Democracy is not only safe, it is secure, because here we are today at this great luncheon, and I've got all these fighters for democracy. God bless each and every one of you, because America is strong, because you are ready to take your rightful place. Congratulations, tree shakers and mountain movers. Thank you all so very much. Each of you have gotten a recognition from the 18th Congressional District, and that is, of course, the United States of America affirming each and every one of you with a congressional certificate. And I do want to acknowledge the Vietnamese Culture and Science Association, and I want to acknowledge it with a special touch of love. I want to also acknowledge my very fine chief. He knows I just think the world of him. Chief Tin, wave your hand. He's my friend. And I want to acknowledge him again. We see each other. He does an outstanding job. I guess we've got a mayor that knows what he's doing every single day. Thank you, Mayor, for these appointments of such great leaders. This proclamation comes from the United States Congress, and let me read it. It says, on behalf of the constituents of the 18th Congressional District, with great admiration, with great respect, with great commendation of the United States Congress, it is my privilege to be able to say that you are certainly worthy of this commendation, to be acknowledged not only here in Houston, but in the United States Congress. And that is Sheila Jackson Lee, Member of Congress, August 8, 2021. You are a true American treasure. God bless all of you, and God bless the United States of America.
Thank you so much, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. You are a mountain mover yourself, and we would like to thank you for coming on stage. Everyone, a big round of applause for Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. At this time, we would like to invite Mayor Sylvester Turner, as well as the members of HPD, as well as Assistant Chief of Houston Police Department, Ben Tien, on stage to take a picture and to be recognized on behalf of VCSA.
And I do want to acknowledge Chief Tien, who is doing an outstanding job for HPD in our command staff and really representing the city of Houston well. So please give it up again to Assistant Chief Tien.
At this time, we would also like to invite Ms. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee and John Cornyn to the stage to take a picture. We would also like to invite Jay Guerrero to give a speech on behalf of VCSA to honor the honorees tonight.
Thank you. I'm Jay Guerrero. I'm representing Senator John Cornyn this afternoon. Just wanted to bring his greetings to all the valedictorians, salutatorians, and congratulate the VCSA on their work for the past 25 years to recognize and promote these students, and also for the past 30 years as an organization leading the Vietnamese community here in Houston and Texas. Thank you.
Thank you so much. At this time, we would like to invite representatives of Congressman Troy Niels as well as Congresswoman Lizzie Fletcher on stage. Yes. They will give a few remarks. Thank you so much.
I'll take my mask just to let you see me. My name is J.J. Clements. I was Congressman Troy Niels' office. And thank you very much, first of all, to inviting us to this wonderful event. And Congressman Troy Niels cannot make it today. He wanted me to bring the best regards to all of you. And Congressman Troy Niels is very careful and very care about diversity and appreciate different cultures. The Vietnamese American community is one of the most important community to us. And like the mayor said, in Texas and Houston, Texas, we have the second largest Vietnamese community here. And we are really proud of that. And community is the base, technology is the key, and youth, our future. We applaud and appreciate every one of your effort and devotion to our community. On behalf of Congressman Troy Niels in the office, we wish you a successful event and best wishes for your future, and kudos to all our youth. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those kind words. At this time, we would like to invite all honorees outside to take a picture with Mayor Sylvester Turner. So all honorees, please get out of your seats and go outside into the reception area. Also, we would like to invite all of our respectable dignitaries today to go outside to take a picture with our honorees. Again, we are inviting all dignitaries today to go outside to the reception area to take a picture. Thank you. I'll just wait a little bit. Soon? And now, to spice up your afternoon, we have some entertainment in store for you. We hope everyone is enjoying some delicious Vietnamese food today. Shout out to Kim Sun Restaurant. And now, please enjoy performances that showcase the Vietnamese culture.
Để thay đổi bầu không khí và làm thêm phần hào hứng cho buổi lễ, chúng con hân hạnh giới thiệu phần văn nghệ hôm nay. Xin chúc quý quan khách có một bữa ăn trưa thật ngon miệng khi theo dõi các tiết mục trình diễn mang đậm bản sắc dân tộc Việt Nam hôm nay.
And now, we would like to introduce Hung Vung Lion Dance Team, who will be performing the traditional lion dance in the Vietnamese culture. The lion is a symbol of the removal of negative energy, while bringing power, wisdom, and good fortune. Please, everyone, welcome the Hung Vung Lion Dance Team!
Để mở đầu cho chương trình văn nghệ hôm nay, xin quý vị cho một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho đoàn lân Hùng Vương.
Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for Hung Vung Line Dance Team. Next up, we are honored to introduce musician Mrs. Hai Ying. Mrs. Hai Ying is a traditional Vietnamese instrumentalist who has toured across many countries, such as South Korea, China, Hong Kong, Macau, Thailand, Singapore, Japan, France, Germany, and Belgium, just to name a few. She can play a variety of traditional Vietnamese instruments. Her most noted accomplishment includes first prize for the Vietnamese 36-string dulcimer and gold medal for Kalang Put at the 1999 Music Festival in Okinawa, Japan. Please give a warm welcome to Mrs. Hai Ying.
Và để tiếp tục cho chương trình, chúng con rất hân hạnh giới thiệu một nghệ sĩ đặc biệt về âm nhạc cổ truyền Việt Nam. Nghệ sĩ Hải Yến là một nghệ sĩ đa tài, có thể sử dụng nhiều nhạc cụ như đàn tranh, đàn bầu, đàn tam thập lục và đàn trưng. Cô đã từng tham gia các đoàn nghệ thuật đi diễn ở nhiều quốc gia như Nam Hàn, Nhật Bản, Trung Hoa, Hồng Kông, Thái Lan, Singapore, Pháp, Đức, Bỉ và Hà Lan. Cô còn đoạt được nhiều giải thưởng về âm nhạc như giải nhất đàn tam thập lục năm 1981-1982 và giải nhất đàn Columbus tại Okinawa, Nhật Bản năm 1999. Xin quý vị cho một tràng pháo tay thật lớn để chào mừng nhạc sĩ Hải Yến.
Thank you, Hung Bung Line Dance Team and Mrs. Hai Ying for the amazing performances. Another big round of applause for our two performances today.
Chúng con xin cảm ơn đoàn Lân Hùng Vương và nhạc sĩ Hải Yến.
Next, we would like to introduce the 2020-2022 VCSA Executive Board members who are present here today.
Và sau đây chúng con xin kính mời giới thiệu các thành viên Ban chấp hành Hội Văn hóa Khoa học nhiệm kỳ 2020-2022 hiện diện ngày hôm nay.
Miss Teresa Trin, VCSA President.
Miss Thanh Lê, Vice President of Fundraising.
Mr. David Nguyen, Vice President of Marketing.
Miss Christine Trần, Vice President of Community Outreach.
Mrs. Jenny Lett, Vice President of Grants Acquisition.
Miss Xuân Trần, Vice President of Youth Engagement.
And Mr. Vin Ngo, Vice President of Membership. A big round of applause for our VCSA Executive Board, ladies and gentlemen.
I spoke earlier, but then I've been told by my executive board that I need to make another speech. What I would like to say is we've only worked together for a short period of time, since about October of this last year, but we've accomplished so much. And I am so proud to be able to lead this great group of people who've done so much within this short amount of time. And I really enjoy working with all of you, and I look forward to the greater accomplishments we have in the future. Thank you very much.
And now, we would like to present a video recapping VCSA's past operating year. Please enjoy.
Và bây giờ chúng con xin mời quý vị thưởng thức một video ngắn tóm lại những hoạt động của Hội Văn hóa Khoa học trong những năm vừa qua.
Got killed up there fighting them, and then they brought him over here to the States.
A few came and
related and tragic things.
They asked me, where's the gun?
And now, VCSA is pleased to announce 2 $1,000 scholarships offered through our program today. The first scholarship, Mr. Huy Pham's I Am Vietnamese Scholarship, is awarded to an honoree in attendance here today. Mr. Huy Pham was a VVDV honoree in 2000 and has supported this program for over 10 years. He once served on the executive board of VCSA. He credits VVDV for some of his best friendships and VCSA for helping him connect to his culture. Mr. Pham is the editor of the I Am Vietnamese anthology and currently works in strategy and analysis within the financial technical services industry. The second scholarship, Dr. Ngoc An Nguyen and Mr. Scott Sporn's Scholarship for Social Justice, is awarded to a past or current VVDV honoree. Dr. Ngoc An Nguyen was a VVDV honoree in 2003 and has been a patron of the program ever since. She and her husband, Mr. Scott Sporn, are dedicated to uplifting important causes and underserved communities, with particular focus on the Vietnamese community, environmentalism, social justice, and children's health. Dr. Ngoc An was a keynote speaker for VVDV in 2016 and is currently an emergency medicine physician at Houston Methodist Hospital. She is also a clinical instructor for Weill Cornell College and Texas A&M College of Medicine.
Kính thưa quý vị quan khách, năm nay Hội Văn hóa Khoa học sẽ trao 2 học bổng trị giá 1.000 đô Mỹ Kim. Học bổng Tôi là người Việt Nam do anh Phạm Huy bảo trợ và học bổng Tranh bằng công bằng xã hội do bác sĩ Nguyễn Ngọc Anh và ông Scott Bourne bảo trợ.
The $1,000 I Am Vietnamese Scholarship asks the student to answer these following questions. What part of your Vietnamese heritage are you most proud of? How has it shaped you? And what does I Am Vietnamese mean to you?
Học bổng Tôi là người Việt Nam hỏi các em như sau. Trong các truyền thống di sản văn hóa Việt Nam, cái gì làm cho em tự hào nhất? Và câu nói Tôi là người Việt Nam có ý nghĩa gì đối với em?
Ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? This year's recipient of the I Am Vietnamese Scholarship, Nikita Viegas.
Chúng con xin kính mời chú Lê Mộng Hùng, cựu hội trưởng Hội Văn hóa Khoa học lên đại diện cho anh Phạm Huy để trao giải thưởng cho em Viegas Nikita.
Congratulations, Nikita. Next up, the $500 scholarship for social justice asks students to identify inequities in our current society and propose possible solutions and steps to create a more just society for all.
Học bổng tranh đấu cho công bằng xã hội yêu cầu các em nhận định những sự bất bình đẳng trong xã hội hiện tại và đưa ra các giải quyết để xây dựng một xã hội công bằng hơn cho tất cả mọi người.
Ladies and gentlemen, another drum roll, please. This year's recipients are Ann Phan and Christy Nguyen.
Chúng con xin kính mời bác sĩ Nguyễn Ngọc Anh và ông Scott Bourne lên trao giải thưởng cho em Phan An và em Nguyễn Christy.
Congratulations to all the winners of this year's scholarships. Another big round of applause for all 3 winners. Now, before we begin the recognition part of our ceremony today, please enjoy a special video from our own honorees.
Trước khi chúng con bắt đầu phần tuyên dương cho các em học sinh xuất sắc hôm nay, xin mời quý vị thưởng thức một video ngắn thật thú vị do chính các em học sinh hôm nay thực hiện.
I'm walking home, jump up to the top of the brown. Ding dong, call me on my phone. Nice tea, and I'll get my ping pong. Let's get heavy, can't hit the bass, boom, I'm ready. Life is sweet as honey, yeah, this beach chain like money. This go all alone, I'm into that, I'm good to go, I'm down, you know I glow up. Hey, so let's go. 'Cause I'm in the stars tonight, so sweet.
Another big round of applause for all our honorees. For our folks at home, you are currently watching our broadcast of the 25th Annual Youth Excellence Recognition Luncheon, VVDV live on VieTV 57.11, and also through YouTube and Facebook.
Quý vị đang theo dõi chương trình Ngày Truyền thống Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Vẻ Vang Dân Việt lần thứ 25 đang được phát sóng trực tiếp trên đài truyền hình VieTV 57.11 và qua mạng lưới Facebook và kênh YouTube.
And now, for the moment you guys have all been waiting for, I have the pleasure of introducing Mr. David Nguyen and Miss Christy Nguyen, who will be the MCs for the recognition portion of the program today.
Chúng con xin giới thiệu hai bạn Nguyễn David và Nguyễn Christy sẽ phụ trách phần tuyên dương các em học sinh xuất sắc trong buổi lễ ngày hôm nay.
Round of applause, everybody.
Good afternoon, parents and distinguished guests. My name is Christy Nguyen, 2019 VVDV honoree attending Rice University, and next to me is David Nguyen, VCSA Vice President of Marketing. We have the pleasure of introducing the most anticipated portion of our program today, the honoring of our valedictorians and salutatorians.
Chúng con xin kính chào quý vị quan khách. Con tên là Nguyễn David, sinh viên tại trường Đại học University of Houston và là thành viên Ban chấp hành Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam. Cùng bạn Nguyễn Christy, sinh viên tại trường Đại học Rice, được Hội tuyên dương vào năm 2019. Kính thưa quý vị phụ huynh, các vị khách mời, sau đây là giây phút mong chờ nhất của buổi lễ hôm nay. Đó là giây phút tuyên dương các em học sinh tốt nghiệp thủ khoa và á khoa của chúng ta. Chúng con xin được phép bắt đầu.
Please join us in giving a round of applause as we begin.
Em Châu Cody, thủ khoa trường Spring Early College Academy tại Spring ISD. Con của ông Châu White và bà Châu Mickey. Em sẽ theo học tại trường đại học Harvard University ngành kỹ thuật y sinh. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn giúp phát triển sức khỏe cộng đồng qua những cuộc nghiên cứu về bệnh ung thư.
Cody is the valedictorian of Spring Early College Academy in Spring ISD. Three words that best describe him are curious, determined, and hopeful. His goal in life is to improve the health and well-being of his community through his involvement in clinical and cancer research. We would like to call upon Mrs. Elena Chun to come up to the stage and present the award to Cody Chow.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho Cody Chow. Em Đỗ Tú An Lorian, Á khoa trường Kingwood Park High School tại Humble ISD, con ông Đỗ Vũ và bà Đỗ Đoàn. Em sẽ theo học tại trường Đại học University of Texas tại Austin, ngành kinh doanh. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn được cảm thấy hài lòng với cuộc sống của mình, với công việc ổn định và một mái ấm gia đình.
Lorian is the salutatorian of Kingwood Park High School in Humble ISD. Three words that best describe her are outgoing, witty, and hardworking. Her goal is to have a happy family, find purpose and meaning in life, have a fulfilling career, and never take anything for granted. We would like to call upon Miss Ann La to come up to the stage and present the award to Lorian Tú An Đỗ.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho em Đỗ Tú An Lorian. Em Hoàng V. Christina, thủ khoa trường Clear Horizons Early College High School tại Clear Creek ISD. Con ông Hoàng Chi Hòa và bà Đen Pha Linh. Em sẽ theo học tại trường Đại học University of Texas tại Austin, ngành hóa sinh dự bị y khoa. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn giúp đỡ cộng đồng và những người xung quanh em.
Christina is the valedictorian of Clear Horizons Early College High School in Clear Creek ISD. Three words that best describe her are ambitious, optimistic, and adventurous. Her goal is to make a positive difference in the lives of others and pursue a career in the medical field. We would like to call upon Mrs. Jenny Lei to come up to the stage and present the award to Christina V. Huang.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho em Hoàng V. Christina. Em Lê Nhung Jenny, thủ khoa trường Morton Ranch High School tại Katy ISD. Con ông Lê Thanh Hùng và bà Pha Ngọc Lan. Em sẽ theo học tại trường Đại học Rice University, ngành y học thể thao. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn trở thành bác sĩ vật lý trị liệu và luôn yêu đời với thú cưng.
Jenny is the valedictorian of Morton Ranch High School in Katy ISD. Three words that best describe her are charismatic, humble, and driven. Her goal is to be successful as a physical therapist, chasing every amazing opportunity that comes her way and owning a dog. She wants to continue learning and growing while staying content with herself. We would like to call upon Miss Christine Jun to come up to the stage and present the award to Jenny Nhung Lei.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho em Lê Nhung Jenny. Em Lê Thảo Vi Natalie, thủ khoa trường Elsick High School tại Alief ISD. Con ông Lê Thảo và bà Trần Hương. Em sẽ theo học tại trường Đại học Houston Baptist University, ngành hóa sinh. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn mở phòng mạch riêng để lo cho các bệnh nhân của em như người nhà của mình.
Natalie is the valedictorian of Elsick High School in Alief ISD. Three words that best describe her are ambitious, innovative, and leader. Her goal is to open up
Lê Yến Nhi, Á khoa trường Tombaugh Memorial High School tại Tombaugh ISD. Con ông Lê Công Thành và bà Lê Trương Hải Yến. Em sẽ theo học tại trường Đại học University of Texas tại Austin, ngành kinh doanh. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn được cảm thấy hài lòng với những gì em làm trong cuộc sống của mình.
Nhi is the salutatorian of Tombaugh Memorial High School in Tombaugh ISD. Three words that best describe her.
Phát tay thật lớn cho em Lê Yến Nhi. Em Mai Cecilia, Á khoa trường North Shore High School tại Galena Park ISD. Con ông Mai Tuyền và bà Mai Tuyết. Em sẽ theo học tại trường đại học University of Texas tại Austin, ngành khoa học máy tính. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn có một nhận thức về bản thân của mình và sống một cuộc sống có ít sự hối tiếc.
Cecilia is the salutatorian of North Shore High School in Galena Park ISD. Three words that best describe her are understanding, relaxed, and open-minded. Her goal is to become even more self-aware and live life with little regrets. We would like to call upon Mrs. Natalie Pants to come up to the stage and present the award to Cecilia Mai.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho em Mai Cecilia. Em Nguyễn Chelsea, Á khoa trường Klein Forest High School tại Klein ISD. Con ông Nguyễn Thuật và bà Vũ Liên. Em sẽ theo học tại trường đại học University of Houston, ngành y tá. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn làm y tá gây mê và được cơ hội đi vòng quanh thế giới với gia đình.
Chelsea is the salutatorian of Klein Forest High School in Klein ISD. Three words that best describe her are reliable, compassionate, and optimistic. Her goal is to become a nurse anesthetist and have many opportunities to travel the world with her family and enjoy what nature has to offer. We would like to call upon Dr. Xuyen Phan to come up to the stage and present the award to Chelsea Nguyen.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho em Nguyễn Chelsea. Em Nguyễn Lynn Lily, Á khoa trường Jerseyville Village High School tại Cypress Fairbanks ISD. Con ông Nguyễn Duy và bà Nguyễn Kim Nga. Em sẽ theo học tại trường đại học University of Texas tại Dallas, ngành hóa học dự bị y khoa. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn làm một công việc em yêu thích và luôn có những người thân và bạn bè luôn hỗ trợ em.
Lily is the salutatorian of Jersey Village High School in Cypress Fairbanks ISD. Three words that best describe her are curious, diligent, and reliable. Her goal is to have a career she enjoys and have a strong support system in her life. We would like to call upon Mrs. Nicole Barrett to come up to the stage and present the award to Lily Lynn Nguyen.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho em Nguyễn Lynn Lily. Em Nguyễn Trần Joanna, Á khoa trường Alief Taylor High School tại Alief ISD. Con ông Nguyễn Thanh và bà Trần Loan. Em sẽ theo học tại trường đại học University of Notre Dame tại Indiana, ngành khoa học. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn giúp những gia đình với thu nhập thấp mà không có điều kiện chăm sóc sức khỏe.
Joanna is the salutatorian of Alief Taylor High School in Alief ISD. Three words that best describe her are funny, hardworking, and persistent. Her goal is to graduate and enter an optometry program. She wants to make a change in her community and help low-income families who don't have access to health care. We would like to call upon Miss Vivian Nguyen to come up to the stage and present the award to Joanne Nguyen Jun.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho em Nguyễn Trần Joanna. Em Phạm Patrick, thủ khoa trường St. Thomas High School. Con ông Phạm Quốc Philip và bà Nguyễn Thảo Tracy. Em sẽ theo học tại trường đại học University of Texas tại Austin, ngành kinh doanh. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn làm chức vị cao trong một công ty lớn và làm một tấm gương cho cộng đồng của em.
Patrick is the valedictorian of St. Thomas High School. Three words that best describe him are social, charismatic, and ambitious. His goal is to be a top-ranking member of a Fortune 500 company. He wants to be a person that leads with integrity and grace and to be an example for his community. We would like to call upon Mrs. Tina Oh to come up to the stage and present the award to Patrick Pham.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho em Phạm Patrick. Em Phạm Yến Vi, thủ khoa trường Pasadena Memorial High School tại Pasadena ISD. Con ông Phạm Thông và bà Trần Châu. Em sẽ theo học tại trường đại học University of Houston, ngành khoa học y sinh, dự bị nha khoa. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn làm một nha sĩ và được cơ hội đi vòng quanh thế giới.
V is the valedictorian of Pasadena Memorial High School in Pasadena ISD. Three words that best describe her are hardworking, determined, and driven. Her goal is to get into dental school and become a dentist. She wants to be happy, have a stable life, and travel the world. We would like to call upon Dr. An Nguyen to come up to the stage and present the award to V. Ian Pham.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho em Phạm Yến Vi. Em Phan Thanh An, Á khoa trường Dulles High School tại Fort Bend ISD. Con ông Phan Hải và bà Phan Uyên Chi. Em sẽ theo học tại trường đại học Columbia University, ngành hóa sinh, sức khỏe cộng đồng, dự bị y khoa. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn làm bác sĩ sản phụ khoa và làm việc thiện nguyện cho cộng đồng.
Anne is the salutatorian of Dulles High School in Fort Bend ISD. Three words that best describe her are ambitious, compassionate, and driven. Her goal is to become an obstetrician or a gynecologist, promoting reproductive health and using science as a tool for advocacy. She wants to use her education and experience to pursue community service and public good. We would like to call upon Mr. Donald Lamb to come up to the stage and present the award to An Thanh Phan.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho Phan Thanh An. Em Trần Jaden, Á khoa trường Cypress Christian School, con ông Trần Tim và bà Trần Mary Vick. Em sẽ theo học tại trường đại học Texas A&M University, ngành hóa học. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn hành nghề em yêu thích và giúp đỡ người xung quanh em.
Jaden is the salutatorian of Cypress Christian School. Three words that best describe him are hardworking, determined, and compassionate. His goal is to love what he does while being able to financially support himself and those around him. We would like to call upon Dr. Antonio Morales to come up to the stage and present the award to Jaden Jun.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho em Trần Jaden. Em Trần Pearl, Á khoa trường Spring Early College Academy tại Spring ISD. Con bà Ford Marlowe. Em sẽ theo học tại trường đại học University of Texas tại Austin, ngành hóa sinh. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn sống một cuộc sống vui tươi và đền đáp công ơn sinh thành dưỡng dục của cha mẹ em.
Pearl is the salutatorian of Spring Early College Academy in Spring ISD. Three words that best describe her are optimistic, friendly, and open-minded. Her goal is to live her life, her definition of a happy and successful life, and spread love to her family and friends. She hopes to give back to those who raised her and make a positive contribution to society. We would like to call upon Mr. Nam Leung to come up to the stage and present the award to Pearl Jun.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho em Trần Pearl. Em Viegas Nikita, thủ khoa trường Klein Forest High School tại Klein ISD. Con ông Viegas Victor và bà Vũ Trang. Em sẽ theo học tại trường đại học University of Texas tại Austin, ngành kỹ thuật y sinh. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn phát minh công nghệ mới cho y khoa để giúp các bác sĩ có thể chẩn đoán bệnh chính xác hơn.
Nikita is the valedictorian of Klein Forest High School in Klein ISD. Three words that best describe her are optimistic, determined, and responsible. Her goal is to make new creations that will forever change the world of medicine. She hopes to make her mark in the history of medicine by developing tools that help doctors better diagnose patients. We would like to call upon Mr. Bao Nguyen to come to the stage and present the award to Nikita Villegas.
Xin quý vị một tràng phát tay thật lớn cho em Villegas Nikita. Hoàng Thục Uyên, Á khoa trường J. Frank Dobie High School tại Pasadena ISD. Con ông Võ Viên và bà Nguyễn Mục. Em sẽ theo học tại trường đại học Swarthmore College tại Pennsylvania, ngành sinh học. Ước vọng tương lai của em là em muốn làm trợ lý bác sĩ phẫu thuật và một tác giả viết sách bán chạy nhất. Em muốn được cơ hội đi vòng quanh thế giới và sống một cuộc sống vui tươi.
Thục Uyên is the salutatorian of J. Frank Dobie High School in Pasadena ISD. Three words that best describe her are persevering, open-minded, and opportunistic. Her goal is to become a surgical physician associate and a New York Times best-selling author. She wants to live happily and go on frequent vacations around the world. We would like to call upon Dr. Peter Vogt to come to the stage and present the award to Thục Uyên Hoàng Võ.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho em Võ Hoàng Thục Uyên.
Please give them another round of applause for our 2021 VVDV honorees.
Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay nữa cho các em học sinh xuất sắc của chúng ta.
Each year, we invite a recipient to provide remarks on behalf of their fellow honorees. Giving the speech today will be Patrick Phan.
Kính thưa quý vị, chúng con xin giới thiệu em Phạm Patrick sẽ có vài lời đại diện các em học sinh được tuyên dương ngày hôm nay.
When my 16th birthday was coming around the corner, I wanted my driver's license. But my parents hated the idea of me driving at such a young age. Con còn trẻ quá, they would always say. As the oldest sibling, I had to fight an arm and a limb for my parents to agree with me. After begging and pleading with them, we made a deal. One of my parents would be my parent instructor if I took care of the entire registration process from start to finish. All the paperwork. Simple enough, right? Well, next came choosing my instructor. For me, this was easy. As a kid, I always watched my dad drive. He was a fast driver. Some might say he was reckless. Yeah, he kind of deserved a few speeding tickets here and there. Oh, but to me, to 4'3", 8-year-old me, he was an awesome driver. My dad was my superhero driver. He's also a car mechanic, so I figured, if anyone knew anything about cars, it'd be him, right? So I started to learn how to drive. Me in the driver's seat, my dad as my shotgun. Now, the first thing he told me to do was drive with your left hand. Rather than teaching me the traditional hand placement at 10 and 2, he said, learn how to drive with your left hand. Now, this might seem kind of strange at first, and it did to me too, but he explained it to me like this. Con lái xe với tay trái và cầm tay của bạn gái với tay phải. Which means drive with your left hand and hold your girlfriend's hand with your right hand. He taught me to be ready for when that special girl comes around. And thanks to him, when she does, I'll be ready. So with some practice, I learned how to drive with just my left hand. He then taught me to do other things. My dad made sure I knew how to impress a girl by backing into a parking spot. You guys seeing a theme here? He taught me how to parallel park in between tight spaces. He told me to always check my blind spot. He helped direct me to ensure that I was always driving in the fastest lane. I remember on one of the days that we were driving, we were out for a long drive, I forgot my way home. I always do. I'm terrible with directions. When I tried to pull out my phone and GPS my way back, my dad said, "Don't worry, I'll show you the way home." And he did. On that drive home, that was when I realized that my father had taught me way more than how to operate a motor vehicle. He taught me to be ready at all times, driving with my left hand, always ready for the opportunity when that right girl rolls around. When my dad taught me to reverse into a parking spot, he taught me how to approach my problems at different angles. In parallel parking, he helped me find hope even though it seemed that I was stuck with obstacles in front of me and behind me. When reminding me to check my blind spot, he taught me to spot which lanes were the fastest. When reminding me to check my blind spot, he taught me to always be aware of what I'm ignorant of and to never stop learning. By teaching me to spot which lanes were the fastest, he instilled in me an opportunity to spot opportunities and to seize them at a moment's notice. But most importantly, my father taught me how to find my way back home. A home that smells like Nook Mum and is filled with shoes at the front door. A home that houses a family full of dreamers. A home that has a unique blend of American and Vietnamese traditions. Finding my way back home means to always be proud of my Vietnamese heritage, to never forget my humble beginnings, to embrace the beauty of my unique upbringing and family. My father came over to America on a boat with nothing but the clothes on his back and a dream. Not knowing the language, he knew that his ability to communicate was limited. Recognizing the power of words, he raised me to be able to wield the English language with confidence and charisma. My father always encourages me to sharpen my sword so that I may use my voice to protect others and to tell the beautiful stories of our people. And I am the fulfillment of his American dream. My fellow honorees, we are all manifestations of our parents' American dreams. Now it's our job to take on the mantle and proudly represent the Vietnamese community with integrity. So let's go make our parents proud. I speak for all of my fellow honorees in saying, to everyone who helped us get here today, whether your roles in our lives was big or small, whether you've been here for a year or a lifetime, thank you. Mom, Dad, cảm ơn ba mẹ rất nhiều. My father taught me how to drive a car. But my father also gave me a drive to be someone special, a drive to change the world, a drive to be inspirational, a drive to be remembered. And thanks to my dad, I'll never forget my way back home.
Ladies and gentlemen, in order to maintain the health and safety of all guests and family here today, we ask that you please keep your mask on when not actively eating or drinking. Thank you.
Kính thưa quý vị, để bảo vệ sức khỏe cho tất cả mọi người hôm nay, xin quý vị vui lòng đeo khẩu trang. Xin chân thành cảm ơn.
My favorite and most emotional part of the program is when we get to honor a group of unsung heroes, the parents. These parents have worked countless hours, working tirelessly to provide for their children, shuttling them to school every day, supporting them at competitions or tournaments, and so much more. The rose ceremony is an opportunity for the students to say thank you to their parents. We would like to present a special video message that the honorees have made for their parents.
Kính thưa quý vị, đến đây là phần cảm động nhất của chương trình. Đây là cơ hội cho các em học sinh xuất sắc được nói lên một lời cảm tạ chân thành đến các bậc cha mẹ đã hy sinh cực khổ để nuôi dưỡng các em đến ngày hôm nay. Xin kính mời quý vị phụ huynh chuẩn bị. Trong lúc chờ đợi, chúng con xin kính mời quý vị thưởng thức video đặc biệt do chính các em học sinh xuất sắc gửi tặng đến ba mẹ của các em.
Okay, I'm gonna refilm the introduction because I did the right symbol wrong.
Alright, we good? Speed. Alright, take 5. Whew.
Guys, this is like my 10th time, maybe more, restarting this video now, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Okay.
Yeah, xin chào quý vị. Cùng tên là Ann Phan, and I will be attending Columbia University in the fall.
Hi, my name is Asha Lamba, and I'll be attending UT Austin this fall.
My name is Cecilia Mai, and I'll be attending UT Austin this fall. Okay.
Hello, my name is Charles Lev. My intended university is the University of St. Thomas.
My name is Chelsea Wynn, and I will be attending the University of Houston this fall.
Hey everyone, I'm Don Wynn, and I'm attending Swarthmore College this coming fall.
Hello, my name is Emily Wynn, and I'm going to be attending Rice University this fall.
Hi, my name is Jaden Tran, and I'll be attending Texas A&M University in the fall. Gigam.
Hi, my name is Jenny Lee, and I will be attending Rice University this fall.
Hi, my name is Lily Wynn, and I will be going to UT Dallas.
Hi, my name is Lorian Doe, and I will be attending the University of Texas at Austin this fall.
Hi, my name is Nhi Lei, and I'll be attending UT Austin in the fall.
Hi, my name is Nikita Villegas, and I will be attending UT Austin in the fall.
Hi, my name is Patrick Pham, and I will be attending the University of Texas at Austin in the fall.
My name is Park Chan, and I will be attending the University of Texas at Austin this fall.
Hello, I am Thup Wing, or Day as my family likes to call me, and I'm going to Swarthmore College this fall.
Hi, my name is Bei Pham, and I am going to be attending the University of Houston this fall.
My name is Christina Hong, and I'm going to be attending the University of Texas at Austin this fall. Hook 'em! Dear Mom and Dad, you both came to America as young adults. You had to leave behind your families, your homes, and all that you knew at a young age.
You were born during a very bleak time for your home country. The Vietnam War was tearing everything apart, including your family, and forcing you to deal with and see horrors that no one should ever have to witness.
It must have been difficult to leave Vietnam and come to a country where you guys didn't know the culture, people, and language, and you had to make an entirely new life for yourselves.
Which is really wild to me because I can't even imagine that. I will never have to go through that because of what they've done to get here. And I'm awed by them. I really am.
Con nhớ hồi xưa bà kể chuyện bà đi bán cà rem và lên tàu cho kiếm một đời sống tốt hơn. And I will always remember the image of this little boy and later this young man who was willing to give up so much in hopes of a better future.
As the oldest brother, you were expected to step up to support your family, and you were able to build a career out of nothing.
And after years of grinding, we moved out of our rundown apartment to a nice home in the suburbs. And I'm forever grateful for that upgrade.
Thank you for all of the sacrifices you have already made for us, and for those that you continue to make.
And they came to America in search of a dream. And you know, our accomplishments as valedictorians and salutatorians is a fulfillment of that dream.
My mom actually told me that she used to watch this ceremony on VieTV and hope that one day one of her daughters would be one of the valedictorians or salutatorians. And I'm very proud to have made a small part of that dream come true.
Ba, thank you so much for all the sacrifices you've made for your family. And I will always cherish the memories I have of you driving me to school every morning as a kid. And especially that one time I forgot to bring my shoes.
The little pastries you would bring to me before going to school always tasted like it was the best thing in the world. I always wondered where'd you get them. Looking back, I think it was just because it was from you that it tasted so good. I remember your hands were strong. You had a strong grip whenever you held my hands. And every day, before I go to bed, I remember I'd hug you tight and say goodnight.
Thank you, Dad, for all the traditional stories you told me growing up. These stories always had the best lessons that math class at school couldn't teach me.
I'll forever be grateful for those moments, even if you were yelling at me after games, getting on to me for hitting potholes on the road, or just keeping it real with life advice.
When I was nervous about starting VieTV, you even joined with me so that I had a partner. Even though I didn't necessarily enjoy all of those activities, I'm still grateful that you gave me the opportunity to do them at all.
Mom, if I met someone who could cook the way you do, I'd marry them on the spot. No joke. I cannot thank you enough for everything you provide for our family, whether it's fresh cooked meals, amazing vacations around the world, or random things you buy from stores because they're on sale.
But most of all, thanks to you, Mom, I will never be able to eat any meal that does not include a sizable portion of fruits or vegetables.
I especially thank my mom for nursing me when I was sick and for taking me to school when I was late, and also for helping me to learn life lessons as well.
Mommy, thank you so much for doing all you do to provide for our family. Even when you're sick or tired, thank you so much for pushing through for us. And I want you to know that I'll always appreciate the moments we have together, whether it be watching small snippets of Korean drama or driving you around on Sundays.
Mẹ, you are my best friend, and I love you more than I can put into words. I always look forward to our evening walks because I know that I can tell you anything and you won't judge me.
Or sometimes it might not be school, it might just be where you and I just would stay up late and we would talk about life, or we would talk about the present or my future and my dreams.
When I won the spelling bee in 5th grade, I remember being so mad that you walked in during the very last round, like my very last word. But little did I know that you were doing your absolute best to even make it to the school in the first place. So, thank you for that.
I'm thankful to God for both my parents for helping me to grow and to mature as a man and to be the best person I can be.
The amount of patience and dedication it takes for a parent to raise up their child grants you guys one of the greatest titles in the world, and a pride and honor that no one can take away.
Nothing I say right now could amount to the love and absolute adoration my parents have shown me throughout my 18 years of living. I know that every argument was done with love. I know that every punishment was done with compassion. I know that my parents love me, support me, and have done nothing but push me to be successful.
Hai ba má, con xin lỗi nếu việc con hơi dở, nhưng mà con muốn cảm ơn ba má nhiều, tại vì ba má nuôi con lớn lên, học giỏi, và to become an independent woman. Ba má không cần dậy 7 giờ sáng và thức khuya cho con, mà tại vì ba má yêu và lo cho con, cho nên ba má làm như vậy.
Sorry for the broken Vietglish, but cảm ơn ba mẹ đã đãi cho con cố gắng ở trường và pick con up ở đêm Chartergate. Ba mẹ đợi cho con 6 năm nữa để học xong trường và chỉ 2 năm nữa.
When I whine and ask you what I should eat, even knowing, and you guys always answer knowing I'm not gonna take your advice about what to eat, and I always ask that.
Con còn nhớ hồi nhỏ, ba má nói ba má lượm con ở trong thùng rác của Walmart. But even if that's true, con biết con là favorite and con cưng của ba má.
My mom got me a Build-A-Bear for my birthday. She picked a pink unicorn and it sang a very special song. I hated it. I remember crying angrily and telling my mom I hated her because I didn't want the unicorn. I failed to realize how entitled and privileged I was to live the life my parents gave me. My parents hid their own stress and burden to make sure that I had everything I needed or wanted to have a better childhood than them.
After the award ceremony, I went out to the crowd. I saw my mom and dad, and they were smiling, grinning ear to ear. And I go up to my mom, and I just hug her.
I just hug her, and I tell her we did it. We did it. It was all worth it in the end.
It isn't very common in the Vietnamese culture for parents to be sentimental with their kids, but you've always told me how proud you are of me and how much you love me. Sometimes I think I'm too lucky to have gotten such caring parents like you.
I hope that we can find a place in our hearts to not only for each other's successes, but also our worst failures.
Throughout my life, you have always encouraged me to focus on school, but you have never shamed me for failing. When I was younger, some of my friends would cry at a bad grade because they were scared of being punished by their parents. However, when I got a bad grade, you always encouraged me to try harder and reminded me that my best was always enough.
You guys always just stressed that you wanted me to be happy. No matter what, you just wanted me to be happy. And I really think that that's one of the most selfless things that a parent can do. But even when I would be like, oh, Mom and Dad, I'm going to be rich one day and give you back and pay you back for all that you've done for me, all you guys would ever answer is, as long as you're happy, that's enough for me. And I'll always be thankful for that.
As moving day nears and I pack my things, I reflect on the relationship my parents and I have built these last 18 years, and I begin to comprehend the sacrifices they made so that I could have a life that they would have wanted growing up.
Dad, I know you've always wanted to get your UT. It was a difficult decision for both of us, and when I decided to go, thank you for supporting me in that. I was nervous, and I still am nervous now, and I know I'm gonna miss you so much. But thank you.
I hope you're proud of me, and I will continue to do my best to make you proud. I want you to know that I'm so grateful for everything you did for me, and I love you. I don't think these words can fully express the extent of my feelings.
I don't say it often, but I love you so much, and thank you for everything.
Con thương bà mẹ nhiều and cảm ơn.
I love you guys so much. Bye.
Con cần yêu ba má nhiều lắm. Love you.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. I love you.
Cảm ơn ba mẹ đã chăm sóc cho con và thương yêu con.
I love you guys. I love you.
Thanks for everything.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. Love you.
We can take away. I love you guys, and I thank you with all the things in the world.
If I get lost along the way, I know you guys will always be there for me.
Thank you for being the best parents ever.
I love you, Pomea. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me.
Please don't forget me. I love you a lot. Mwah.
I hope that I made you proud too.
Nguyễn Trần Joanna, con ông Nguyễn Thanh và bà Trần Loan.
Mr. Tan Nguyen and Mrs. Loan Jun.
Phạm Patrick, con ông Phạm Quốc Philip và bà Nguyễn Thảo Tracy.
Mr. Philip Quốc Pham and Mrs. Tracy Thảo Nguyen.
Phạm Yến Vi, con ông Phạm Thông và bà Trần Châu.
Mr. Tom Pham and Mrs. Zhao Jun.
Phan Thanh An, con ông Phan Hải và bà Phan Uyên Chi.
Mr. Hai Phan and Mrs. Uyên Chi Phan.
Em Trần Jaden, con ông Trần Tim và bà Trần Maryvick.
Mr. Tim Jun and Mrs. Maryvick Jun.
Trần Pearl, bà Preston Ida.
Miss Ida Preston.
Viegas Nikita, ông Viegas Victor và bà Vũ Trang.
Mr. Victor Viegas and Mrs. Jang Vo.
Võ Hoàng Thục Uyên, con ông Võ Viên và bà Nguyễn Mục.
Mr. Viên Võ and Mrs. Mục Nguyen.
Let's give another round of applause to our honorees and their parents.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of emotional right now. What about you, Trung?
Yeah.
Let's give it one more time for the rose ceremony, everyone. All right, y'all can throw away your tissues now, but before we wrap up the program, we would like to introduce the 2020-2022 Chairman of the Board of Directors of VCSA, Mr. Nam Leung, who will deliver the closing remarks. He was the first ever chair of this program in 1997, and we are honored to have him here today. We love you, Chu Nam. On behalf of me and Chung and VCSA, we hope you all have a good rest of your day, and please remember to stay safe. We look forward to seeing all of you at future VCSA events. Thank you.
Chúng con xin trân trọng kính mời Chủ tịch Hội đồng Chỉ đạo Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam, chú Lương Hoàng Nam sẽ có vài lời đúc kết chương trình hôm nay. Chú Nam là người trưởng ban tổ chức đầu tiên của chương trình Vẽ Vang Dân Việt năm 1997. Xin quý vị cho một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho chú Lương Hoàng Nam.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for the VCSA Executive Board and all the VVDV 2021 volunteers for a job well done. And especially to the event co-chair, Kathleen Nguyen and Thuận Đoàn. They have done an amazing job. And also, thank you to all the MCs. They did a fantastic job tonight. And before I continue my speech in English, I would like to have a few words in Vietnamese. Kính thưa quý quan khách, các bậc phụ huynh, quý vị trong hội đồng điều hành, hội đồng cố vấn và ban điều hành của Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam, các tình nguyện viên và đặc biệt là các em thủ khoa và á khoa sẽ được vinh danh trong ngày hôm nay. Đây là một vinh dự tôi được dịp phát biểu trong ngày truyền thống Vẽ Vang Dân Việt của Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam nhân dịp kỷ niệm 25 năm. Kính thưa quý vị, đúng 25 năm trước tôi đã có dịp lên đây để phát biểu trong buổi Vẽ Vang Dân Việt đầu tiên. Và hôm nay, 25 năm sau, tôi lại có cơ hội trở lại đây một lần nữa để mừng kỷ niệm 25 năm của chương trình Vẽ Vang Dân Việt, ngày truyền thống của Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam. Thưa quý vị, trong 25 năm qua, số các em được vinh danh đã được tăng gần như là hàng năm. Và đến nay đã có hơn 750 em thủ khoa và á khoa đã được vinh danh. Thật là một thành quả mà tôi nghĩ mọi người chúng ta phải hết sức hãnh diện. Làm thế nào để Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam có thể thực hiện được điều này? Thưa, những thành quả này chỉ có thể thực hiện được với những hy sinh của rất nhiều thành viên của Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam và các tình nguyện viên. Sự đóng góp tài chính liên tục từ các nhà bảo trợ, sự hướng dẫn và hỗ trợ tích cực từ ban cố vấn của hội, sự yểm trợ từ cộng đồng người Việt tại Houston và với sự quan tâm từ chính quyền địa phương như đã được chứng minh từ sự hiện diện của nhiều viên chức chính quyền và học chánh trong ngày hôm nay. Và nếu không có sự yểm trợ của tất cả quý vị, Hội Văn hóa Khoa học không thể có chương trình ngày hôm nay cũng như ngày kỷ niệm 25 năm của chương trình. Đại diện cho Hội đồng Quản trị của Hội Văn hóa Khoa học Việt Nam, chúng tôi xin trân trọng gửi lời tạ ơn đến tất cả quý vị. Honored guests, parents, dedicated VCSA Board of Directors, Advisory Board, and Executive Board members, volunteers, and especially the 2021 honorees. It is a privilege for me to close the VVDV 2021 event this afternoon. Exactly 25 years ago, I was up here on the podium as the event chair for the first Jewish Excellent Recognition Program. Fast forward 25 years later, I am very honored to be up here again, even though a bit heavier and with much less hair. But my heart is filled with pride. It is a great privilege to celebrate this monumental achievement for the past 25 years. With every passing year, we have noted the growing number of honorees. Today, we have honored a total of more than 750 valedictorians and salutatorians. What an amazing feat. How has all this been possible? This great accomplishment is only attainable with the collaborative efforts of the countless sacrifice of hundreds of VCSA leaders and volunteers, the continued financial contribution from our sponsor, the guidance and support from our advisory board, the outpouring support from our community, the recognition from our school and government officials, and you have seen today. Without support from any one of these groups, this program would not be possible. And thank you for all of your contributions. And last, the reason we are here today is to recognize the outstanding achievements of these young men and women. I want to congratulate every single one of you for such an amazing accomplishment. You have persevered, challenged, and proved to yourself that you can overcome all obstacles to reach your academic goal thus far. You have demonstrated that you can overcome failure. You are persistent, and you have the drive to complete a mission. You are passionate in everything that you desire to complete. So, there is no doubt in my mind that you will succeed. And now, you are a step away from beginning a new journey, a journey that will allow you to take full control of your future. Set the bar high for yourself. Push yourself to attain the highest career aspirations. I have faith that you will continue to exert your abilities to excel in all that you can achieve. But before you set off to change the world, I have a few words of advice. Enjoy your time in college. Learn as much as you can, including discovering your Vietnamese roots. Give back to your community. I know you will make us proud. You are our future. I hope to see all of you again as volunteers of the VVDV 2022 so that we can continue this legacy of the VCSA Youth Excellence Recognition Program. I hope to see one of you 25 years from now stand up here to celebrate the 50th anniversary of this program. Congratulations and thank you very much.
Can I give one more big round of applause for Chu Nam? Chu Nam, we love you very much. Thank you for your kind words. As we wrap up here today, I'd like to remind you guys to keep safe and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Vietnamese Culture and Science Association is so proud to celebrate the 25th anniversary of our Youth Excellence Recognition Luncheon, which we call in a simple Việt phrase, vẻ vang dân Việt. In the past 25 years, we have honored more than 750 Vietnamese